Hello and good evening, everyone. Welcome to a not Friday evening here. It is Wednesday. Thank you for spending some of your Wednesday evening with me as I begin a new game. I begin with a game that is pretty near and dear to my heart. We are playing the very first game that Studio Supergiant Games created, Bastion. This is one of those games that remind me of my own mortality, because I remember when this game was new and when Supergiant Games was just this tiny little studio with a small little booth at PAX East. Good evening, Anxious Doe. As well as good evening to you as well. This is absolutely not anywhere close to the game that I played, my most recent game. This is not Child of Light. It's not even the original Resident Evil. But no, this is one of those games, as I said, that makes me kind of feel my own mortality. Because again, I remember Supergiant Games was just this tiny little indie studio trying to hype up their game at PAX East in Boston in 2011-ish. And, the studio was so small that that they didn't have enough funding to self-release their own game. Like, they created Bastion, but it was distributed and published by WB Games. Things have only gotten bigger and better from there. So you're going to be witnessing my third playthrough of this game. First time I played it was on the Xbox 360. Then I played it again on PC. And apparently I've just been having a thing with dates. So Child of Light, I played that for the first time in almost exactly 12 years. Since the last time I played it. And when I was installing this game back on my PC today. So again, if you're going to be watching this on YouTube, obviously this will have already come and gone. But as of today being June 10th of 2026, the last time I played this game, June 20th, 2016. So 10 days away from it being almost exactly a decade since I last beat this game. So let's see how much of it I remember. And yeah. Let's not waste any more time. Let's just go. So we are going to start just a brand new game. I could go to New Game Plus, but I'm just going to do a brand new game. As always, casual playthrough. The narrator, yes, whom I got to meet in person, Logan Cunningham, who has been a main voice actor for all of Supergiant's games. And I've met the composer, Darren Korb. It's one of my most memorable experiences of PAX East's past. So. Do it.
Proper story's supposed to start at the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one. Now here's a kid whose whole world got all twisted, leaving him stranded on a rock in the sky. He gets up, sets off for the Bastion, where everyone agreed to go in case of trouble. Ground forms up under his feet as it pointing away. He don't stop to wonder why. Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road. Well, it's a touching reunion. He sees what's left of the rippling walls, years of work undone in an instant, in the calamity. And then he falls to his death. I'm just fooling.
I was wondering if he was going to say something.
That a survivor? No, ma'am. It's a gas fella, forced out from underground. Kid pops him good. Fella got a piece of him, though.
Start blowing shit.
Kid just rages for a while. An old repeater falls out of the sky. Ain't a gift from the gods, but it'll have to do. Gotta hold her still to spin up the chamber. Kid's worked up quite a thirst by now, so that fountain looks real inviting. Sometimes you just need a drink. A school of squirts tunnels up around him. Must have fled here from the mines. He sets foot inside one of Celandia's famous watering holes. Inside's old Rondi, the bartender. The calamity got him before his drinking did. Then Kid finds his trusty shield. The security takes him for a petty thief. Special delivery. Gas fellas. Windbags start turning up for last call. More squirts start coming out of the woodwork. A big old fella pops out in front of the kid. Them windbags are playing for keeps. Kid sees the way to the Bastion out the window. It's a bit of a drop.
Didn't want to do that.
He gets a good look at things on his way down. He lands on top of a breaker's bow, and it ain't broke. Kid spies a good perch for some target practice. He knows he should draw the string all the way back. Wasn't long before the kid could loose an arrow, strong and true. The kid pockets a memento from a breaker, once the fastest man in the land.
All right, something stringy. An upgrade material for the breaker's bow. So.
Good news is the emergency defenses still work. Bad news is they're aiming for the kid. Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome. He's a mighty fast learner. Kid better watch his step.
Hey, can't go that way.
He finds the distillery, right next to the arsenal. Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
All right, so we've got squirt cider, dead rum, and fetching fizz. Let's do with the squirt cider. I will take the extra health.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
I didn't want to do that. Yep, we got the Fang repeater. Shot, breaker bow skill, bolt burst, which I don't have yet. Okay. Oh, I like that. It's been a hot minute.
Some of them squirts birthing like crazy in a couple of corn bins. one was Maud, the tutor. Once taught the kid good manners. He never used them, though.
Yeah.
An old ferry barge sends the kid on his way. The Bastion's real close now.
Heavy.
It takes a chunk of alloy. Smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the
Great
air.
for the hammer. Okay.
Scumbags. Kid maybe shouldn't have done what he just did. That time to run out of black tonic.
Whoa.
Kid puts him out of his misery. Robs a scumbag of his last meal.
Excellent. Excellent. Yes, please give unto me your extra shards. I'll take every one of them. Further that away? No. Excellent.
He finds the core to the wharf district. He steals the city's heart. Might as well.
Up! Now we run.
Kid has a feeling he better get a move on. The place is starting to fall. See, that core Kid took was the only thing making this particular rock stay afloat. Kid just keeps running. At last, the skyway's in sight. Whisks him where he needs to go.
All right.
Now the kid sees something stranger still. His mind races. Did anybody else survive? Sure enough, he finds another. He finds me. We talk for a spell. There's a bit of the Bastion's power in that crest, enough to point the way to the cores. All I tell him is to set that core of his on the monument there, then watch.
Well, why the hell not?
And just like that, the Bastion comes alive. starts growing again, growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use. Now the Bastion can send him even farther into the wild unknown.
Right.
Kid ponders what to build.
Oh. Spirits?
Makes time to sample spirits from my personal supply.
Ah, yes. All right. All right, absorb stray fragments, hearty punch, wear whiskey, which is only active below 3rd health, cinderbrick stout. I think I'm going to have the fetching fizz. I'd like to absorb those fragments.
Fetching fizz is like a mouthful of nails, but the benefits are worth it. Ain't always much to say.
All right, that's all we can do here right this moment. So,
Kid don't know what's out there waiting for him. The Skyway. Now the kid can ride the wind to distant lands.
that's Bastion. We have the Workman Ward and the Breaker Barracks. You know what? Before we proceed on with the story, let's go to the Breaker Barracks.
The Breakers used to come here for target practice. Used to play a little game. See who could bust the most targets in the fewest shots. He's focused. He's armed. And he's off.
Okay.
Perfect shot just happens in a flash.
Beautiful.
Kid ain't done bad at all.
All right, I claimed a 3rd prize. Upgrade. Next prize is 10 shots or fewer. Okay.
Kid ain't had enough of the Breakers' barracks.
See if we can go fewer than that.
Takes practice, and a mighty strong bow helps too. Puts on the right solid performance.
2nd prize. Something fancy. 5 shots. All right, let's try that again. Four. Ah! Okay. All right. Well. That was close. Okay. Requires me to not fuck up in the sequence. Or there we go. All right.
I almost don't believe it when he says he passed the Breaker's challenge.
Well, I did.
Sometimes a single look says it all.
Well, I did. So there. All right, well, let's go to the next story point.
Now he lands at the intersection between bad and wrong. Ought to be a core down one of these twisted streets. But which one? He heads for the squirt steps. Won't be no field trip this time. Kid ain't ever seen an elephant squirt before. Scumbag can digest just about anything. Except for this. It's quick for slicing and light enough to throw.
Slices and dices and makes Julian Price.
They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. No sign of the core here. At least the kid got something for his trouble.
Hassan Shah.
Them squirts just don't know when to quit. Squirts don't make the best of friends, but they can be useful in a pinch. He heads for the east side, where windbags used to keep the local forge. Odd place to find the likes of Percy the Snitch. never much cared for that big wide grin of his. Somehow that old forge is still standing.
Yeah, I see.
Inside the forge, Key can fine-tune those instruments of his.
All right. Let's do an upgrade. All right, for the hammer. Sledge hit, 50% damage or 10% critical hit chance. I'm gonna just beef up its base
His
damage.
lifelong friends looking fit to keep on fighting.
All right. Speed string and power string. Ooh. +2 target penetrations. Ooh, penetrations. And you know what?
With a good length of meat gut, that bow's like new again.
I do not have the
Core ain't
strength,
here
right?
neither, so he's gotta guess again.
Beautiful.
Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock. No white gas fellas all dress alike. Kids
Wagon
wondering
hood.
the same thing.
Take the healing potion right there.
And there it is, but it's locked down tight in an alloy cage. A blustery old foreman's keeping his fellas in check, almost like he's showboating for the crowd. And now there's a new marshal in town. He hears the whole place groan, but it's too tough to fall. Might as well check the other side streets before leaving this hole.
Yep. This is one of my favorite pieces of music
The
in the
rest
whole
of the
game.
path is gone for good, and his city crest will bring it back.
This way. Further this way. One last check in the area. Further this way.
He heads for the biggest dump in town. Scumbag alley. Some scumbag still feeding off the city's own trash. And there he is. The oldest scumbag of them all. Gershel. The calamity ain't done much for Gershel's sunny disposition. He cuts up Gershel like a vine apple. Old scumbag didn't feel a thing. Kid's ready to go, and his ticket out's right where he started.
Right. That's everything. Almost. Sharp. Ah! Alright, before we get the hell out of here. Actually, you know what? I'm probably going to build that next. So.
He comes back, just like I knew he would. The core hums in his pack. The monument's calling for it. The windbags used to be alright. Then the calamity took the floor out from under him. Kid does it again. Only fair he decides what we build next.
Oh, it's a happy squirt. You know what?
The Bastion's a place of peace, but we can hold our own if we have to.
Yes, yep. Still like that.
A bow and a machete, every bit as effective as the fancier stuff.
Okay. Further here.
Picked up traces of other cores while the kid was out.
So other areas are the Sundown Path, the Melting Pot. So no additional proving grounds. I should say.
The Wharf District. Folks sail deep into the boundless sea from here. The Workman Ward. Them windbags used to keep the city humming along here. The Breaker Barracks. Many straight shooters learned their way here.
All right. Well, you know what? Let's go to the melting pot. Why the hell?
The melting pot. Place hoarded all sorts of fineries from beyond the boundless sea. In better days, the melting pot was sealed tighter than the skin on a squirt.
Good morning.
Of all the plans to survive the calamity, it had to be stab weeds. Blasted things hurt like a broken heart.
All of these. Do a little yard work, a little weeding. Maybe I get a little overzealous.
It cuts down every stab weed like there's gonna be a prize for it.
Oh, right. I had to go this way.
If there's a core, he figures it ought to be deeper down.
Further, nope, cannot go any further then. So let's do.
Core stuck inside one of those fancy cages. Some of the stuff lying around is downright dangerous.
Gonna clear.
He throws a switch. Now what could possibly go wrong?
Famous last words.
Quite a bit, as it turns out. The cage starts lifting from the core ever so slow. All Kid can do is wait. Shipments start falling in.
Ah! There you go.
Not every squirt born bad. Some spring to the kid's defense. Judging by the movement of the cage, it's gonna take a little while. Scumbags don't take kindly to interlopers.
Oh, bullshit.
Even some gas fellas take his corner. Heard it pop that mean old foreman.
Oh, nice. Friend.
At this rate, maybe 5 more minutes, maybe 30. Hard to tell. squirts get real territorial around the core. Then a shipment of free samples shows up. It ain't all bad, as the kid finds some spices from the motherland, tax-free. One thing's for sure, that cage is awful heavy.
As we just, parade around.
It's a troublesome scene to be sure. A few moments left, and the core goes free. 10, 9, 8, 7. You give or take a few seconds. Finally, the core's within reach. And done.
Come on, come this way. You jerk. We're not done with you. Still.
He's got it. Just gotta get to the nearest barge.
Alright, well, before I run away. Oh. Nope, can't leave. Okay. Can't leave that way. Alright. Alright, back we go.
I still remember the look on his face after that one. Folks voyaged across the boundless sea to found Caelondia. It was good living here for a while.
Alright, well, let's...
The old world's finished, but the new world's just getting started.
Forge. Alright.
A lot of things need fixing up in this world, and we can start right here.
20% critical hit check. Attacks cripple foes and attacks... Ooh, the serrated edge. Oh, yes, please.
The little Zolwood oil and that blade shines like a light.
Arrows cause damage over time. You are 50% damage. You know what?
Kid packs a special surprise in every one of those arrows. Turns out those old bones still have some spark in them.
Alright. I do like the mines, so I'll keep those for the time being. Ah! How you all doing out there? Hope you are enjoying. Thank you for spending, again, thank you for spending some of your Wednesday evening with me, as opposed to Friday. And I will, as I said last week, I'm out of here. I'm away every Friday this month. Went to my first Pride event of the month last weekend in Buffalo. That was a lot of fun. Looking forward to spending this weekend right here. Oh, part of it. This weekend, why I will not be around this Friday is because by this Friday, I will be in New York City seeing a Final Fantasy Distant Worlds concert. Sunday is Albany Pride, so... Ah, good old Remedy games. I need to play Alan Wake. All right, to our next port of call, as it were. We have the Sundown Path.
The Bastion, Caelandia's safe haven, once the highest point in the city. Too bad it wasn't finished before the calamity struck. The Sundown Path, lovely place for a stroll, before the calamity, that is.
All right. We're at the Sundown Path.
Couples used to walk the Sundown Path. Kid ain't here for pleasure, though. But then, somebody gets to the core before the kid. The floor starts giving way under the lightest step. A single panic squirt to bring the whole place down. So could a reckless kid, for that matter. Fragments of the old world rain from the sky. Well, Pat ain't exactly open to visitors no more. Security's on fire
Jesus.
Quick and careful is the only way to go. See, the path was intended for leisurely strolling and such.
That enough out of you.
Sky bridges link the path together.
Okay.
One of them bridges whips the kid along. Finds a spyglass, like the ones they'd use to search the stars. Air travel always was an iffy proposition.
You jerk.
The calamity changed everything, even where the wind blows.
Yep.
we mastered the winds in the old days, we can do it again. But the question is, who else could have taken the core?
Oh, hello.
Ain't no survivor stole the thing. Scumbag ate it by mistake. Tough break. Unlike the kid, that core ain't coming back.
Alright. More shit.
No, they used to ship live munitions down the path. Find time to find them. These wires to toss those things plenty far.
Okay, something burnt.
Even gas fellas need some shut-eye from time to time. They get real cranky when you wake 'em up.
Alright, well, someone yoinked the core.
In all this toil, Kid keeps coming back to an overwhelming question. Who else could have survived the calamity?
Yeah. Who?
So he didn't find the core that time, but that ain't about to stop us. We could always see the stars. We just never could reach them, no matter how high we built.
Alright, we do not have that or that. There are 5, 6, 7 more weapons we have not found yet. I want to go back to the trip mine. Actually, I have not unlocked.
Squirt cider will toughen you right up. Too bad about the musty aftertaste.
Yeah, that'll happen. Alright. More here. Ooh, we have a proving ground. Alright, cool. And the Hanging Gardens. So, let's go to this proving ground.
No place better than Trapper's Shingle for learning to tread light and shoot straight. Trappers had to tread real careful here, else take a nasty fall. They train themselves by clearing out the targets, while not clearing out the floor. trapper knows never to take a step till the time is right. Expert trappers got something extra to give him an edge.
Oh, that was enough for second and third. 64 targets for first place. Okay. $64. All right,
He decides to keep working his aim and footwork on the shingle. Best time to pick a new spot was when swapping magazines.
All right. Okay. So 64 is base. It's all of them. Okay. Oh, just got it. Just got it. Nice. Nice, nice. I'll take that.
The trappers would have been impressed with how the kid handled the shingle. What else is there to say? That ought to make those fangs sink in nice and deep.
Very nice. All right.
That's Trapper's Shingle. Only place in the city to go to get certified with a repeater.
Oh, and we have another proving ground with the windbag at the Windbag Ranch.
That's Windbag Ranch. Perfect place to work a blade if you got the stomach for it. Windbag Ranch was built for gathering squirt extract in copious supply. Ain't nothing more healthful.
Defeat all foes quickly.
Some folks showed up to make a fast buck, nothing but a knife. Slippery little devils. Other folks came to train their throwing arms. Place gets awful slick sometimes. Still others use the place to test their finest blades.
Will you stop moving?
Kid cuts all of them down soon enough.
That was enough for third. What's the next quickest? Under 90, under a minute and a half. Okay, sure. That was
Always time for juice and squirts, they used to say. At least the little fellas can't feel a thing. Some squirts tried to flee on instinct.
Oh yeah, this is one I'm not gonna
Best
get.
to put them away first before they rile up the others.
Oh yeah, I ain't. Oh, come on. Wait. 29 seconds quicker, but yeah, no. I am not going to spend... Yeah, no.
Kid comes back from Windbag Ranch, smelling good and ripe.
Oh, nice! Well, that's awesome.
War machetes are so quick, you gotta keep a good grip on them.
We'll go to the Hanging Gardens.
The Hanging Gardens. Folks used to go here to relax from their relaxing.
I'm in good month for it.
The dead welcome him with open arms.
I just splat on a dead body, on a couple. No biggie.
The calamity took everybody after all. Kid sees it plain, frozen faces all around. You don't much care to see him. Not like this.
Oh, okay. Can't stand on the cloth. Okay.
These folks never saw the calamity coming, but someone did. Someone close. Someone who ain't like Mr. Beckley and his kindly wife. It was someone like him. Kid sees him there agape, in the flesh. It's a snag or two trying to get to him. He ain't about to stop, no matter what. He's got so many questions after all. Just ain't got time for answers. The Thunder brothers didn't make it. They never saw what it was like beyond the walls. Nordy, the bird boy, didn't make it. The Jawsons, they didn't make it. Grady Sr., Grady Jr., they didn't make it. But him, he survived.
Oh, I almost forgot to grab that.
Kid finds proof enough that man ain't from around here.
An insignia borne by people of Ura heritage. The Tazel spade was a rare sight in Caledonia before the calamity, as very few Ura lived in the city. Now there are fewer still.
Just think, without that man, we wouldn't be here right now, would we? core survives as well. Kid does what he has to do. And then, what do you say to a man who's seen too much? Kid hasn't a clue, but he says this. We have to go. Please. He's a proper gentleman, that man. His name is Zulf. No hiding he's an Ura. Folks like him ain't never been a common sight in Caelondia. He's relieved to see a living face or two. The kid and I introduce ourselves in kind. Both to him and to each other for the first time.
That's a squirt.
Come on, give the little tyke a break. We fought the Ura decades ago, but that was then. Things are different between us now. For Zulf, Caelondia was like his second home. He's real worried about his first home, too. Far to the east. Zulf offers to help me plot the skyways for the kid. At least the calamity hasn't touched the stars, he says. He was born in the Tazal terminals. The Ura sent him on a mission of peace to our city, and he's lived here ever since. Of course, they remember. That's why this place is coming together. That's why things are gonna be all right. Well, look what we have here.
All right, a memorial and a lost and found. Let's do the lost.
The lost and found. Here, kid takes fragments of the old world and makes them whole again.
Ooh. Oh, yeah. Stab synth. Yeah, let's give me some more tonics.
All it takes is some fragments, and the Bastion makes it good as new.
Have I leveled up to 3 yet? Yeah. But I will before too much long. Alright. Press on some more.
We tracked down a couple more cores near the edge of the city.
Cinderbrick Fort and Pith Orchard. Yeah, let's go to the Pith.
There's Pith Orchard, built in honor of the bull, and folks like Zulf who pray to him.
All right, let's pith off then.
No use praying to the gods these days. No time for it either. Kid says a little prayer anyway. Couldn't hurt, right? Pith Orchard. Place is a dead end in more ways than one. Folks used to make pilgrimage here to pay their respects to Pith, the bull. Well, the gods are long gone now, and the Orchard core is long gone too. Seems Pith ain't much of a watchdog. The gods don't care about trinkets, but the kid ain't no god.
Plush Pith, a memento, a machine-stitched likeness of the god of commotion and order. As the people of Caelondia grew more self-reliant, they grew less fearful of their gods and turned them into commodities. Right, dead end there.
Pith stood for something once. Something real.
Alright, well, before we continue, I'll head that way. Back to...
Well, no use turning back just yet.
I want it in the other direction. We are. Wanted?
In time, though, the bull stopped being a symbol and started being decoration. He couldn't even save his loyal subjects. Pith makes a decent scarecrow, at least. Then Pith lights up like a rodeo. Ain't easy punching through his hide. Kid breaks him to bits. Must have been guarding that shrine. So what'll it be? Invoke the gods, or tell them off?
Foes shall grow quicker to move into strength.
Pith. Kid decides to press his luck. Well, if the gods are alive, they must be plenty sore. Kid ain't never seen windbags that quick. Maybe old Pith put a scare in him.
Very nice.
Kid passes Pith's trial, and he's richer for it. Kid ain't found the core, but at least he found Zolf's precious shrine.
Yeah, this is also, that's also one in my top for this game.
Now we can build a shrine of our own, though I got some alternatives in mind. Zolf doesn't touch the thing. Says the god of commotion is no children's toy. Kid says hello, but Zolf's lost in thought.
Yep.
The Ura feared the gods. We turned them into toys, put their faces on our walls.
Yes, well, you know, like you do. Oh, how long have I been playing? Oh, an hour and a half. It's a pretty short game. I will have this done probably in 2, maybe 3 streams at the most. Alright, so you've got a proving ground. Oh, that's with the shield. And a cinder brick fort. Let's try this.
That's the Bullhead Court. Folks defended themselves there with shields, not words.
Give it a shot.
The accused always got a fair shake in Zealandia. Some used to take the Bullhead trial.
Deflect attacks without getting aimed. Okay.
Survive the trial without taking a scratch, you'd walk away a free man.
Ah. Time.
A Bullhead trial taught folks 3 things. First, a good defense is a good offense. Second, gotta always watch your back. Third, ain't no godlike bull up there gonna save you. The trial pushed many a man to his limits.
Try it again.
The smarter ones knew when to just step aside and let things go.
What? Next prize, 15 hits or fewer. Oh, all right, cool. That's fine. I don't really care about using the shield
Well, a kid
anyway.
always wanted to compete in the bullhead trial.
All right. All right, let's go to the cinder brick floor.
There's only one way to cinder brick fort. The hard way. Sure, the city marshals may be gone, but now the fort's crawling with windbags.
There we go. There's a level up. Can't go that way? Nope. Okay. Then I won't. Yep. Okay. That's...
The calamity was mercy for normal folks. The windbags ain't so lucky. They've been left to freeze or starve or face the kid.
Or, you know, you can just harm yourself. That also is a viable strategy. Bold strategy, Cotton. Nope. Why wouldn't it let me, Oh, like, who's hitting me?
Good thing the windbags don't know kid's fresh out of health tonics.
Well, don't tell them that.
Well, windbags young and old keep fighting for the fort. At least the marshals left the kid a parting gift. Something the windbags just can't handle. Something that'll punch clean through their greasy hides. Windbags ain't much different from normal folks. All they want's a warm place to stay and a decent view.
Before I press on that one.
locked up here in this very fort.
Get him. Beautiful.
Could have been minding their business underground like in the old days.
Fuck him.
So
Oh.
many stairs, somebody's sure to trip.
With weapons.
Windbags can't use the martial supplies, but the kid sure can.
Oh, man. Jesus.
As for the windbags, Cinder Brick gave them enough heat and metal to munch on for a while. Well, the fort ain't theirs by right. Can't blame them for wanting it, though.
Ay.
So many of those sorry things hold up inside that old fort.
You love that trip mine. I know we're not done. Really?
Times like this, kids glad he packed trip mines.
Yes? Yes, I am. Thank you, Rux.
Security's plane gone haywire. Windbags gummed up the works.
Do that. What
Kid ain't afraid of getting burned.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
They trapped the kid in the middle of the force parade grounds. got something to gain, and only this sorry hides to lose.
Oh, hey.
Kid takes down Glutus. Maybe it was Blandon. The other big fella soon joins his brother, wherever they are now. The windbags finally get the message.
Coin! It's raining money. It's so lovely. Give me everything. Give me all your precious.
Kid used to dream of getting a marshal's badge.
Prestigious symbol of the city's law enforcement. City citizens respected and admired their marshals for unwavering dedication to preserving peace and justice. Very different to today's cops.
The Skyway's a welcome sight after all that. And now ain't nothing left for nobody down at Cinderbrick Fort. Kid shows up just as Zulf's telling me about his own journey to the city. Seems the only thing the Calamity saved for Zulf was his smoking pipe.
One hell of a bong.
Poor kid collapses after just one drag. The past. Only good thing ever come out of the past is history.
Ah, yes, we go into the mine.
Catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life, supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie. He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his.
Really? How did that miss?
Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Caelondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too.
Nice.
The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either.
Ah.
So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years.
Ah.
In the history of Caelondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls.
10 waves remain. Ooh, you piece of shit.
Out there, kid learned to fend for himself. Learn to build. Learn to break.
Took care out of most of them.
In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody. ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that.
All right, 6 remain. Ah! All right, getting close to death.
What was I saying? Anyway.
All right, I'm still you are.
All the
now-
kid had to
now I
work
get a
with was his hammer and the clothes on his back. Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
4 waves left. Oh, Jesus. Ah! Wrong button. Trapped in the fucking corner. Okay. Ah!
Matter for nothing now.
All right, I have to restart the area.
There's something you should know about the kid, but let me take it from the top. fast catches up with the kid. Hardly had a moment's rest since all this started. Fair to say he's led a hard life, supposing what he says in his sleep ain't no lie.
Let's see, 18 more waves of this.
He never knew his old man, but he had his mama to take care of. Frail thing with pure white hair like his. Having his mama's hair did the kid no favors while he was growing up, but he learned to hold his own out there. School ain't working out, so the kid signs up for a turn on the rippling walls. Make his mama some money. Thanks to folks like the kid, the walls kept Ceylondia safe from whatever's out there. The elements, the Ura, you name it. Once the kid done his time, he hurried on home. Turns out his mama's time was done too.
Oh.
The city had nothing for him. The money he'd been sending home was nowhere to be found either. So what'd the kid do? Why, he went right on back to the walls for another 5 years.
Right?
In the history of Ceylondia, nobody's ever volunteered for a second shift on the walls. himself. Learn to build, learn to break. In time, the kid earned good standing with the marshals. They trusted him to scout out farther than anybody.
8 waves. Slices and dices, he makes Julian Price.
One night, on one of his expeditions, the ground beneath him shuddered, cracked, and split apart. He saw nothing where the world used to be. The calamity happened just like that. All the kid had to work with was his hammer and the clothes on his back.
Oh!
What was I saying? Through twisted streets, he ran with nothing but the city crest and an old stranger's voice to guide him.
Ripping it nice and slow. Ah! Then, you know, when I fall the fuck off, that... Alright.
Well, he finally arrived at Caelandia's vaunted safe haven. He and no one else.
Jeez. Keep doing this.
But then, all they got was more thankless work from a man who ain't even asked his name.
2 waves left. Well, this might be it. Oh, thank God.
Sure, I may be the one who dreamt up the walls and the Bastion, but the kid made them real, not me.
Last one.
Nothing now.
Back to the Bastion. All right. We're going to try that again next time. We are going to try that again next time. So, next stream, probably next Wednesday. So, I hope you enjoyed this evening. As always, thank you for being here. I always enjoy the pleasure of your company. Thanks for spending the last couple hours with me. Let's see if there's anyone I can bring the party to, as it were. As it is just about time for bed. No, there's a lot of people doing art, so I am just going to call it for tonight. So until I see you all again, stay healthy, stay safe. Love you guys. Good night. Enjoy be with you all, everyone. Be well, and I will see you next time.